Good evening, Dr. Jacob.
Good evening.
So welcome to Health About 60 and Atulya panel. Thanks for coming to answer our questions from our customers from Health About 60.
My pleasure.
So you can introduce yourself.
Yes, I'm honored to be in this Facebook live session conducted by Atulya Senior Living and the banner being Health Above 60. And I'm primarily a rehabilitation medicine physician with specialization in geriatrics and also neuro-related disabilities. And I have a wide related experience in managing patients of that sort. So I think that would be enough as an introduction, and we'll just rightly go into the questions for the day.
Thank you for your crisp and very nice introduction, Doctor. And there are many questions from Health Above 60 and Atulya customers. So let us go to the first question. So when we talk about geriatric rehabilitation, so the major question everyone is thinking, what is rehabilitation? Is it similar to physiotherapy?
I wouldn't say it is similar to physiotherapy. When you take rehabilitation, it's a concept. Basically, என்னன்னு பார்த்துக்கிட்டிங்கன்னா rehabilitation comes into play when there is a patient, a person suffers a severe life-changing impairment or disability, and this function which is lost. So to restore the function back, that's when rehabilitation comes into play. So when I say rehabilitation, it's not only physiotherapy. There are a team of members who work together to help the patient or the person to get back the lost function. And whereas physiotherapy, it will be just one person, it just concerns only to the physical aspects to improve the strength, அவங்களோட mobility improve பண்றது, அவங்க strength improve பண்றது, concerning only to the physical aspects alone. So whereas rehabilitation, there are multiple or a multitude of specialists, it's an interdisciplinary teamwork. To give you an example, ஒரு stroke patient இருக்காங்கன்னா, it's not only they have mobility related issues, they could have speech related problem, they could have problems in thinking. So அப்படி பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, we would need a physiotherapist, we would need an occupational therapist, we need a psychologist, we need a speech therapist, and to oversee everything, if there's any medical problem, அதெல்லாம் address பண்றதுக்கு we need a rehab medicine physician. So அப்போ when there is an interdisciplinary team, the rehabilitation as a concept comes into play.
Nice,
I think
nice.
that will help.
Good answer, because physiotherapy, one person is able to do it, but when it is rehabilitation, there's a team.
Yes,
so
yes.
One person cannot manage. That's
Yes.
good. I think there's another question which is similar to, I think you are already answered. When is rehab is required?
Yes, I think we could get few notes or few points from the first question which I answered.
Yes.
Whenever there is a lost function, for example, for a patient who's been a breadwinner of the family and he's not able to perform his activities to earn a living. So that's when rehab would be required. So I could name few conditions where rehab is would
Yes,
be
that would be helpful.
required. So let's say neurological problems like stroke, Parkinson's, and it could be severe diabetes mellitus or related complications like amputations.
Oh.
There could be neurodegenerative disorders apart from Parkinson's. So all these, to name a few, all these conditions, we would need a comprehensive team to help them to achieve the lost function. So that's when rehab would come into play.
That's a good and very clear answer. Nice. What is post-operative rehabilitation?
Yes, post-op rehabilitation would encompass issues, to address issues when there is a surgery done or a major surgery. When we take the geriatric population, surgeries are commonly taken in joint related issues, orthopedic related problems, for example knee replacement, hip replacement.
Shoulder?
Shoulder, yes, but very rarely. Most common in Indian population, it's knee more than hip. After that, there's a lot of elderly people who have risk of fall. They have fall related injuries.
That's
So
why the knee replacement
yes,
is
yes.
majorly there.
And fall related injuries, the most common area which would be affected is the hip. So hip fractures varo. So when they stabilize the hip, all those times, all those periods where you would need post-operative rehabilitation. So in this sitting, post-operative rehabilitation நம்ம பேசும்போது, it would be divided into several stages. You have immediately after the surgery, you have like the first 14 days where அவங்க வந்து மேஜர் ரொம்ப மேக்ஸிமம் மொபிலைஸ் பண்ண முடியாது, ஸோ பெட் சைட் மொபிலைசேஷன் மாதிரி பண்ணணும். தென் யூ ஹேவ் லைக் another 2 to 3 weeks
So
of
immediately after surgery.
yes, immediately after surgery we will start mobilization. The earlier the better.
Okay.
The earlier we start the mobilization, the better the outcome is. So that would be post-operative rehabilitation, and most commonly in the geriatric population, as I named, fractures, replacement, uh, spine fractures, spine injuries, all those things would be the common areas where we will be addressing to rehab.
Good, doctor, but it's a common question because, as you said, immediately after the surgery you need a rehabilitation. But is it required hospitalization?
For rehabilitation?
Yeah, I mean immediate after surgery.
No, like it depends upon what kind of surgery they have undergone.
Good.
So let's say, for example, right now with advances in the technology and advances in surgical techniques, second day, third day, people are discharging, surgeons are discharging, because we are able to, with advancements in surgery, people are able to ambulate much faster compared to before.
Yes.
So, but even if we discharge the patient 2-3 நாள் discharge ஆனா கூட கண்டிப்பா அவங்களுக்கு rehabilitation over the course of period தேவை இருக்கும். So even though they get discharged, it's not necessary they should stop rehabilitation. It can continue at home. But we would have to, it would have to depend on what kind of problem or what kind of surgery they have undergone. Okay. So it really depends on that.
That's good. I think the next question, which already you said in the previous question, mentioned few diagnoses which required rehabilitation.
Yes.
I think related to neuro, Parkinson and the matter.
Yes, yes.
So that's the same question. Yeah.
Yes. So I think I generically answered that question. To give it a more specific answer, in the geriatric population, most commonly as patients age, what happens is their mobility reduces, their chances of fall, the bone density reduces. So because of all these issues, they could end up having complications like fractures. So and then also bone and joint wear and tear, degenerative joint diseases like osteoarthritis, and spine related problems. So இதெல்லாம் இருக்கும்போது with age what will happen is rehab conservative management, அதாவது surgery இல்லாம conservative manage பண்றது to an extent it is possible. And in these conditions, to prevent complications, rehabilitation is required. So the earlier we start, for example, if a person is able to be active from the earlier time, the outcome would be much better. So in these conditions, especially when they have risk of fall, when they have problems related to mobility, so they could end up having fractures. Fractures most common geriatric age nadakuma adu the hip la. And then with age there will be neurodegenerative problems, Parkinson's majorly involved. Yeah. So to name 3 problems which we or I am personally addressing in the geriatric age group from a rehabilitation perspective would be, number 1, hip fractures. That's because fall risk irukkranaala the people end up falling in their bathroom or in the house, end up having surgeries and then rehabilitation. Knee arthroplasty, osteoarthritis is very common in elderly population, so knee arthroplasty and the rehab தேவை இருக்கும். Then we have from a neurodegenerative problem, Parkinson's. So these are the 3 commonest areas where in India especially rehabilitation is actively involved.
Nice explanation for this question. And is there any different types of rehabilitation?
Yes. So types, as I mentioned, we have the interdisciplinary team to address the issue. So let me go into a little more detail about the interdisciplinary team. So I mentioned there are a multitude of specialists involved in handling a patient. So let's take an example of a patient with a fracture in the hip. They had a fall in the restroom. அதுக்கப்புறம் அவங்க ஹிப் ஃப்ராக்சர் ஆகிடுச்சு. ஸோ ஹிப் ஃப்ராக்சர் ஆனதுக்கப்புறம் they stabilized, the orthopedic surgeon stabilize பண்ணிட்டாங்க ஹிப்பை. So now the question arises, okay, is physiotherapy alone is enough? It could be enough, but I would say if the occupational therapist is also involved, the outcome is much more faster. The reason being, occupational therapists can help in achieving activities of daily living skills. For example, அவங்க வந்து hip fracture ஆனதுக்கப்புறம் குனிஞ்சு அவங்க ட்ரெஸ் போடுறது கஷ்டமாக இருக்கலாம், இல்லை பெட்லேருந்து எந்திரிக்கிறது கஷ்டமாக இருக்கலாம், and then even eating உட்கார்ந்து சாப்பிட்றது கஷ்டம், டாய்லெட்டிங்.
major risk.
So the occupation therapist would focus on all these areas to improve their independence in their
The day-to-day lifestyle.
yes. The independence achieve பண்றதுக்கு the occupation therapist will be working. The physiotherapist will be working on helping the improving the strength, joint therapy mobilize பண்றதுக்கு it will be helpful. So I would say when I say the interdisciplinary team for in this context, you have the physiotherapist and the occupation therapist working together, and the rehab physician overseeing everything, addressing the medical issues. So இப்படி பார்க்கும்போது we were able to achieve the outcome much faster in a more effective and efficient manner. So types of rehab would be, I would say, different team members involved in achieving the goal of helping the patient to get back into function.
That's good, doctor. So again, because you have explained a lot for one testing, that's why the similar question that came again. Does all the geriatric group above 60 people the rehabilitation is necessary? Just a normal lifestyle modification பண்றதுக்கோ இல்ல history of fall இருக்கு, அதுக்கு முன்னாடியே கொஞ்சம் அவங்களோட வாக்கிங் ஸ்லோ ஆயிடுது, அதை வந்து ஸ்ட்ரென்தனிங் பண்றதுக்கோ அதுக்கு வந்து rehab advice தான்.
கண்டிப்பா, it is definitely very important.
So why I'm asking this question, many people are thinking எனக்கு hip replacement ஆயிடுச்சு இல்ல knee replacement பண்ணிருக்கேன், that's why I need to undergo rehab னு think பண்றாங்க. So it is the importance of rehab. Even if you are a normal person, if you have any difficulty while walking, so rehab is advised, is it?
Yes. So only if there is a problem the concept of rehabilitation comes into play. இப்போ பார்த்துக்கிட்டிங்கன்னா as we age, our body, there's constant wear and tear, நம்ம muscles density கம்மி ஆகும், bone joints wear and tear ஆகும். So healthy aging, there is a concept called healthy aging. So for health, for a person to age healthy, there are several things in a body which should be preserved at a certain level. For example, அவங்க cardiopulmonary function நல்லா இருக்கணும், அவங்களோட joints நல்லா இருக்கணும், and then muscle strength நல்லா இருக்கணும். So ஒரு ப்ராப்ளம் வரதுக்கு முன்னாடி, before even going into that issue, we can address all these problems by healthily aging. So healthy aging பண்றதுக்கு definitely I wouldn't put rehab as a concept, because rehab வந்து ஒரு ப்ராப்ளம் இருந்தால் தான் அட்ரஸ் பண்ணுவோம். பட் definitely under the members, the team members involved in the rehab can help an individual or an elderly person to age healthily. So அப்படின்னு இருக்கும்போது we can give them exercise programs, how to age healthier, எப்படி exercise பண்றதுக்கு, to improve their breathing, to improve their cardiopulmonary function. So இந்த மாதிரி different areas to address to improve their health, and then helping them to be have an active and healthy life. So it's not necessary ஒரு ப்ராப்ளம் வந்ததுக்கு அப்புறம் தான் rehab இருக்கணும்னு, because with aging itself there are a lot of problems which would come. That's the natural course of our life. So அதுக்கு வந்துட்டு when these steps are taken in a much earlier stage, definitely we can prevent a lot of problems.
Nice. Can we say it's a lifestyle modification at the age of 60? வர ப்ராப்ளத்தை முன்னாடியே அட்ரஸ் பண்ணி நம்ம, I mean, if you go to a rehabilitation medicine doctors போயிட்டு நம்ம precaution நம்ம பண்ணலாம்.
கண்டிப்பா.
That is good. It's not only thing like உங்களுக்கு ப்ராப்ளம் இருந்தா தான் நீங்க rehab பண்ணணும்ன்றது
கிடையாது.
That's a nice question. Is there any alternative therapy for any surgical management? I mean, they are asking, is it the alternative therapy?
Okay, so
rehab வந்துட்டு alternative therapy surgical management பண்ணாமலே?
Yeah. See, we can't this is a tricky question, because as we age there are a lot of problems associated with surgeries, but surgery பண்றதுக்கு there are very clear indications. And the indications இருக்கும்போது we can't say that surgery avoid பண்ணுங்கன்னு சொல்ல முடியாது. So we'll have to, let's say we are deciding a patient with surgery பண்ணணுமா இல்லை conservative management பண்ணணுமா, when we are deciding we'll have to take a lot of factors. To give an example, ஒரு knee arthroplasty பண்ண போறோம் ஒரு பேஷண்ட்டுக்கு, and then let's say அவங்க comorbidities assess பண்ணி பார்க்கணும். comorbidities பார்க்கும்போது அவங்க சுகர் எப்படி இருக்கு, அவங்க hypertensions எப்படி இருக்கு, cholesterol levels. So all those comorbidity assessment has to be done. Anesthesiaக்கு are they fit? Would they be able to go through the surgery? It takes an hour or two for the surgery to be over. And the period will they be able to withstand? Are there any blood thinnessல இருக்காங்களா, ஏதாவது cardiac issues இருக்கா? And then post-operative period, how they are able to manage the pain.
Our body support பண்ணுமா இந்த treatment.
And over that age, what age are we thinking? So let's say a patient is having, I would say in the early 60s, let's keep it in the early 60s, and the patient active work பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்க. And நீ வந்து it is so disabling, அவங்க நடக்க கூட முடியல, ரொம்ப சிவியரா இருக்கு. ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு கண்டிஷனில் வந்து, அண்ட் he doesn't have any comorbidities, ஒன்றும் பெருசாக இல்லை, he is having apparently a healthy life apart from this knee problem. அப்படின்னு இருக்கும்போது I would say okay, there's no other option for conservative management, do the surgery and then we can do the rehab. But without surgery rehab பண்றதுக்கு chances இருக்கு, in terms of severity of the disease, stage of the problem which is involved. As I mentioned, the different factors we are considering. So a lot of factors அதெல்லாம் நம்ம evaluate பண்ணிட்டு simply we can't say முடியாது, கண்டிப்பா முடியாது. Person to person we have to it's customized care only. We can't just one rule fits everyone, கண்டிப்பா அது கொடுக்க முடியாது.
இந்த क्वेश्चन ஏன் அரைஸ் ஆச்சுன்னா, நிறைய பேர் சர்ஜரினோன்னா பயப்படுறாங்க. சர்ஜரி பண்ணி கொஞ்ச நாளைக்கு தான் நல்லா இருக்கும், again the screw or bolt will come down, again we need to go second surgery.
See,
இந்த மாதிரி questions
not really, any medical intervention is being done to improve the quality of the life of the patient, and அந்த medical intervention பண்றதுக்கு the decision is taken with whatever facts is available in our hands. So அந்த fact வச்சு தான் நம்ம we have to decide. So if you are doubtful, you can ask the doctor, எதுக்கு எனக்கு சர்ஜரி தேவை, நம்ம நான் மென்ஷன் பண்ண ஃபேக்டர்ஸ் எல்லாம் எனக்கு உங்களுக்கு ஹிண்ட்ரன்ஸா இருக்குமா பண்றதுக்கு. ஸோ அனலைசிங் ஆல் த ஃபேக்டர்ஸ் and the facts, if it feels for surgery or not for surgery, அதை வச்சுட்டு தான் we have to decide. Just like that, we can't say that surgery பண்ணக்கூடாது, conservative management தான், alternative therapy தான் பண்ணணும்னு கிடையாது. Definitely not.
Thank you, doctor. Nice answer. Okay, then next question is, can we perform pain management through rehabilitation?
Yes, one of the biggest areas in rehab would be pain management. So pain management would be starting from simpler pain medications கொடுக்கிறதுல இருந்து, using physiotherapy, electrotherapy modalities, heat, cold related modalities, and then involving the psychologist to manage cognitive behavioral therapy ன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. Because some people, for example, knee pain இருக்கும், back pain இருக்கும், but they may not be fit for surgery. அவங்களுக்கு சர்ஜரி ஃபிட்டாக இருக்க மாட்டாங்க. அண்ட் ஆல்சோ மெடிகேஷன்ஸ் நாங்கள் ப்ரிஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணுறதுக்கு there will always be a limit, because அவங்க there will be a list on cocktail of medications already எடுத்துட்டு இருப்பாங்க. அது அலர்ஜின்றதோட இன்ட்ராக்ஷன்ஸ் இருக்கும். we can't prescribe medications, ஒரு லெவலுக்கு மேலே பெயின் மெடிகேஷன் ப்ரிஸ்கிரைப் பண்ண முடியாது. அவங்க லிவர் ஃபங்க்ஷன்ஸ் wouldn't support, ஸோ liver or kidney functions. ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி சுச்சுவேஷன்ஸில் இருக்கும்போது பெயின் மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் we would have to bring in the rehab concept. So when I say the rehab concept in pain management, you have pharmacological management. Whatever the patient would suffice or would help to improve the pain, we can use those medicines. With that, we can use physiotherapy, heat, cold related modalities. And psychology plays a major role in how pain is perceived in the brain especially. So even though we have the problem the joint la irundhu the signal goes to the brain, and then that's how it is perceived. Yeah. So that perception we will be able to modify by behavioral therapy. We call it cognitive behavioral therapy. So avangale involve பண்ணும்போது definitely pain can be addressed in a more holistic and efficient way. So definitely pain can be managed through the interdisciplinary rehab team.
Because why this question is arise? Because many people are thinking pain management is injection, and tablets, and proper time, proper intervals அப்படினு நினைச்சுக்கிறாங்க. So rehab also plays a major role in pain management.
Yes. So definitely, pain is not only just ஒரு தலைவலி வந்துருச்சுன்னா நம்ம போய் மாத்திரை வாங்கி போட்டுக்கணும் அப்படின்றது கிடையவே கிடையாது. We have to first try and use all the non-pharmacological or non-intensive or not interventional methods before venturing out into pharmacological interventions. So அதெல்லாம் நம்ம exhaust பண்ணிட்டு தான் slowly we have to go into more invasive methods.
That's a good, very useful answer from Dr. Jacob. Thank you, doctor. And other question is like, ஒரு சர்ஜரி முடிஞ்ச பிறகு தான் ரீஹாபிலிட்டேஷன் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்ற ஒரு நிறைய தாட் இருக்கு. So this is a question, is rehab advised before surgery? Pre-operatively நம்ம rehab பண்ணலாங்களா?
Absolutely, absolutely. There's a concept called prehab or prehabilitation. Before we start go into a major procedure, we prime the area, prime the joint to support post-op. புரியுதுங்களா? So, as I mentioned, I was telling something about healthy aging. So, let's say a person is constantly active, நல்லா exercise பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்க, having a healthy lifestyle இருக்கு. So, they're able to go through the surgery in a much more effective way and post-op recovery in a faster இருக்கும். The concept of prehab is essential for all geriatric population whoever is going through a major surgical procedure. So what we do is, if a patient, let's say for a hip replacement surgery பண்றாங்க அப்படின்னு இருக்குன்னா, we take the first surgery முன்னாடி ஒரு 3 to 4 weeks it will be focused primarily on prehab, priming the muscles around that joint. ஏன்னா we are going to remove the anatomical joint and put another joint from outside. So muscles are going to be detached from the joint and put it again. So அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு situationல unless and until the muscles are strong, post-opல வந்து it may take a very long time for him or her to get back. So இந்த prehab பண்ணும்போது என்ன ஆயிடும்னா post-op recovery will be much faster.
That's so really good, doctor, because many people, generally people doesn't know about this.
Yeah, and I would advise yes, and I would advise this concept is not very much prevalent in India especially. Yeah. So anywhere when there is a surgery planned or anywhere there is a big intervention planned, I would advise to have a consultation with a rehab medicine specialist, to take a prehab program, and I'm sure like most of the orthopedic doctors or any surgeons would recommend a prehab before surgeries. So going through that process, because நீங்க இவ்வளவு நாள் ஒரு 10 வருஷம் 15 வருஷம் you would have lived with the pain, and it doesn't ஒரு 3-4 weeks extra wait பண்றதுனால ஒன்றும் தப்பு இல்லை. ஸோ அதனால அந்த 3-4 weeks take the time, நல்லா எக்ஸசைசஸ் பண்ணி அதுக்கப்புறம் சர்ஜரிக்கு போனா your body would be in a much better condition to take the issue.
This answer plays a major role overall in the 30 minutes குள்ள நம்ம பார்த்த क्वेश्चन பார்த்தீங்கன்னா I feel this is a very important and very useful answer for the people, because pre anesthetic checkup அப்படின்னு எடுத்தீங்கன்னா பேசிக் ரீனல் பார்ப்பாங்க, then cardiology பார்ப்பாங்க, mostly இதுதான் clearance இருக்கும். But rehab also plays a major role.
Absolutely.
Muscle strengthening ஆகும்.
Absolutely.
Post operative periodல இருக்கிற அந்த treatment or ரொம்ப ஃபாஸ்டா நடக்கும். That's really good.
Absolutely. And that's a nice way of thinking, because from medical aspect, surgery போறதுக்கு முன்னாடி we do pre-anesthetic assessment.
Yeah.
Do we think about நம்ம surgery பண்றதே to help the patient to walk better. So to help him walk better, நம்ம jointக்கு strengthen பண்ற muscles பண்றோமா, அது நிறைய பண்றது கிடையாது. So it's something to think about.
I felt it's a really very important information to the people, particularly who's undergoing
surgeries. Yes.
So pre-operative rehabilitation plays a major role.
Absolutely. Yes.
In the surgical management.
Yes.
That's good. Doctor, the next question is, can we suggest rehab for mental health improvement?
Yes. If you take rehab, there are, as I mentioned, it depends on என்ன மாதிரி ப்ராப்ளம் நம்ம அட்ரஸ் பண்றோம்ன்றது. So mental health problems could be a primary psychiatric issue. So அப்படின்றது பார்த்துக்கிட்டீங்கன்னா the whole spectrum of rehab completely changes. So when there is a psychiatric problem, there is a separate spectrum of rehabilitation where psychiatrists would be involved, psychologists can be involved, etc., etc. So mental health could be anywhere from, there's a range. நம்ம வந்து just ஒரு psychiatric problemமா இருக்கலாம், or it could be a simple pain related problem which is affecting the patient's mental health. So it really depends on what problem are we dealing with. So அதுக்கேத்த மாதிரி we would have to involve the concerned specialist. So from a rehabilitation medicine, from a specialist or a rehabilitation medicine physician like me, we would be focusing majorly on mental health related to organic problems. Organic na where we see there is a issue in the body. Let's say pain causing mental health, depression, or Parkinson's related problems, neurodegeneration related problems. So அந்த மாதிரி contextல we would be able to help the patient in mental health.
Maybe that organ strengthening or muscle strengthening
ஆமா.
So ஒரு particular இடத்துல pain வரும்போது
they can affect the mental health. So அதை improve பண்றதுக்கு we could use medications, or we could use other alternative therapy methods to help improve their mental health. But if they are having real Parkinson's can cause severe psychosis or hallucination, delusions. அப்படின்றது பார்த்தீங்கன்னா definitely you'd have to involve a psychiatrist or a neurologist for them to take antipsychotics or other medications. But simple pain causing mental health problems, depression, anxiety.
பார்க்கின்சன் டைம்ல வந்து சிலருக்கு வந்து இந்த ஸ்பீச் ஆல்சோ
Yes.
get affected. So அப்ப அந்த ஸ்பீச் தெரபிஸ் நீங்க யூஸ் பண்ணுவீங்க.
Yes. So yes, it's always Adam. It's not only only one spectrum we have to address. Rehab and rather it's a concept. As I said, there's a lot of team members would be involved. So mental health, when we say, it's a spectrum of disease.
It's possible.
It is possible. Yes.
Thank you, doctor. Nice answer. And this cancer patient rehab பண்ணலாமா?
Absolutely, yes. Cancer rehabilitation as a
even pain.
Yes.
Chemo
Yes. So the scope is vast in cancer rehabilitation. Basically, to first to go through that chemo program or radiation program, they'll be going through a lot of problems. Daily because of the treatment and medications, they could have side effects. So other withstand பண்றதுக்கு your body should be strong. So they'll have to go through good physiotherapy regimen. If there is certain cancer like oropharyngeal cancers, அவங்க swallow, speech affect ஆயிருக்கலாம். So a speech pathologist can be involved. And moreover, a psychologist plays a major role in helping them address all the psychological issues related to cancer itself. They might be depressed or they may be anxious about the issues. So definitely cancer rehab plays a major role, and the scope is endless.
Thanks a lot, doctor. Very nice answer for all the questions. The final questions, I think you already said, but still, do you feel that rehab plays a major role in geriatric group?
Yes, I think this question would summarize whatever we had been discussing so far. Rehab plays a vast role and important role in an elderly patient, and starting from a person to age healthily, நல்ல ஒரு good and effective life வாழ்றதுக்கும், and then at the same time even healthy aging, and at the same time if they have some issues related to any problem, rehab would definitely play a major role in helping them to get back to their previous life. So I think it is a concept which can't be taken out of their life. It plays an important role. Whether they have a problem or they don't have a problem, I wouldn't say if they don't have a problem they'll have to take rehab, but it plays a major role to help the elderly to healthy agely. So அந்த ஒரு concept is very important, and it plays a major role.
நிறைய பேர் ரொம்ப ஹெல்த் கான்ஷியஸ்னஸ் இருக்கு, நிறைய பேருக்கு இருக்கு. ஈவன் வாக்கிங் ஜாகிங் போறவங்க பாத்தீங்கன்னா ஏர்லி மார்னிங் எல்டர்லி நிறைய இருக்காங்க. ஸோ வாட் எவர் திங்ஸ் விச் வி டிஸ்கஸ்ட் டெஃபினெட்லி ரொம்ப யூஸ்ஃபுல்லா இருந்திருக்கும் எல்டர் குரூப். பர்டிகுலரா அவர் ஹெல்த் அபவுட் 60 பேனல்ல வந்து நீங்க இவ்வளவு நேரம் எங்களுக்கு நிறைய ஆன்சர் பண்ணிருக்கீங்க. இட்ஸ் ரியலி யூஸ்ஃபுல் ஆன்சர். தேங்க்ஸ் a lot, Dr. Jacob.
Thank you, Dharma, for having me at this time, and I thank the Health Above 60 team for giving me the opportunity. Thanks.